What is one thing all spiritual seekers need to know? Hey everyone, I'm Tracy Gazelle. I'm a soul purpose coach. I help empaths connect to their soul and activate their purpose. I talk all things healing yourself, how to connect your own energy, protect your energy, and how to connect to your true divine self. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing to my channel. Let's get right into it. So, what is one thing all spiritual seekers need to know? Well, first of all, what is a spiritual seeker? If you're like me, you've always been looking for something. You've been seeking something. You've been seeking a deeper truth. You've been seeking a deeper reason, a purpose for why you're here, for the meaning of life. Maybe you've read a ton of self-help books. Maybe you've taken all these different little courses online and you're not exactly sure what you're looking for or where to find it or what it's about, but you just keep seeking because you have this insatiable thirst for knowledge about what is actually out there, what is actually truth. So that's what I mean by a spiritual seeker, someone who's always seeking, always looking for the deeper meaning. So one thing that all spiritual seekers need to know then, this is huge, by the way, because so many of us, pretty much the entire world, is looking for answers outside of themselves. So we're reading all the books, we're watching shows, whatever that might be, documentaries, we're connecting to people, we're taking programs, courses, maybe we're trying to find the best home where we feel safest, our sanctuary, accumulate things, have a family, everything outside of ourselves. Yet everything that you're looking for, especially if it's related to that deeper meaning of life and truly feeling at home wherever you are, can only be found inside, in your center. And I know this can sound a bit airy-fairy if you don't quite hear the depth within it. I remember hearing that Rumi quote, "What you seek is seeking you," something like that. I might have misquoted that, but I remember hearing that and thinking, okay, that sounds nice, but what does that even mean, right? So what that means is who you truly are as an energetic being, as a soul, as a divine being who is living temporarily in a body. You are essentially seeking yourself because you're seeking the truth of who you really are and why you're really here. And within that truth of who you really are is all of the answers. It's the feeling at home. It's the feeling like you're enough. It's the feeling that your life has meaning and purpose. It's the feeling of wholeness, of love, of joy, of all of those beautiful feelings and experiences that so many of us are seeking within this lifetime. And sure, you can get things externally that feel good for a short period of time, right? You can have a romantic partner, you can get a new car, get a new job. You can do things that feel good, but studies in positive psychology show that it's just a momentary blip of happiness that we experience when we accumulate material things. Sure, we feel great for a short period of time, and then we drop back down to the baseline state of where we live regularly. And only lasting true joy, contentment, peace, all of those things is found by connecting to your soul, because those are the qualities that your soul is comprised of. Who you are as an energetic being is already whole, already perfect, already complete. And there is nothing that you need to do outside of yourself in order to fill that part of you up and to feel like you finally did it, you finally made it, you finally accomplished it, you finally achieved it, you finally are enough. None of that exists at the soul level because those are all simply part of the physical world. And so as you start to do the work, we say the work, but it's not work, it's more like play, and go within to connect to your soul, it's a totally different world because we're actually living in two different worlds at the same time. The one world is what we've grown accustomed to, is the physical world, experiencing it through our 5 human senses. And as we get older and older and we get so used to being in this world, we think that that's all there is. But there is an untangible world, intangible. There is a world that is beyond the human senses, that is purely energy, purely light. And that's where your soul resides. Anybody can learn how to connect to their soul. Anybody, because every single person is a soul at their core. And the cool part is that empaths and sensitives actually have an advantage because you are already so sensitive to energy. You might have found that you're using your sensitivity to focus on things that don't feel good, like maybe the stress, the negativity of others, the chaos of the world. You might be focusing your sensitivity on those things that don't feel great. And all that we need to do is redirect your focus to a different kind of energy, to the energy of your soul that is joy, love, peace, purpose, all of those beautiful things. So, again, what I want all seekers to know is while you're seeking outside of yourself, everything you're looking for is in your center. So, how can you start connecting? Well, it's as simple as just carving 5 minutes out a day to spend time with yourself. We're all so busy that we rarely take just a few minutes for ourselves in silence. And so, when you have a few minutes, rather than opening up your phone or keeping yourself busy, as we all do, take those 5 minutes to just take some deep breaths and just be in the stillness. And that's the beginning of starting to connect. So I hope this has been helpful. I love answering and reading your questions. So if you have questions about this, please drop them in the comments below. I read all of your questions. And thanks so much for watching this video. Many, many, many more to come. So I'll see you soon. I got a lot to say.